Hey guys, it's Yoshimi and welcome back to another Geometry Dash video. This is a video I don't usually do. I don't usually do videos like this. I've never done a video like this ever. Usually it's completions and whatnot. But I've decided since I just beat Kata that I've decided to make some kind of tutorial on how to improve your skill at this game, Geometry Dash. It's a really tough game, I will say. It's not easy getting a really good skill like myself. Like, I'm not a top player, but I think I'm pretty somewhat experienced to be able to give certain advice. But before I start this tutorial, I will say that it takes a lot of patience and a lot of time. A lot of time and patience goes into improving. It took me a while to get better at the game. It took me a while to beat my first demon. So just keep in mind, if you want to get better at the game, you're gonna have to be willing to put in the time to do so. Anyways, if you want to begin slaying demons, the first step is to obviously you're not gonna wanna click this button. No, you don't click that button. First thing you do is you click this play button. Why, you ask? Well, because it leads you to obviously the main levels. It's in the middle for a reason. It's like the first button you're supposed to press. So don't press this button. Don't press anything. Just press the first button in the middle, the play button. And the first level you want to do is this one, Stereo Madness. Do not do any other levels. I highly recommend you do all of the levels in order, because it gradually introduces you into different game modes and different styles of gameplay, which will be useful later on. So obviously, you want to start with stuff like Stereo Madness, and this level for like newer players who just got into the game, it's obviously going to be quite a struggle. You know, eventually you'll pick it up. You know, it's one button, so you just hit one button to You just hit the whatever you're playing on. If you're playing on mobile, you tap the screen. If you're playing on computer, you tap the space bar or the mouse or whatever. I use the mouse, and the thing that this level introduces you to is the basic mechanics of the game. So like the cube and the ship. So you wanna be able to get in control of these first few mechanics. And if you're trying to be really cool, you can even go for the coin if you really want to be fabulous. But once you get the hang of it, it's actually, it gets a little simpler once you beat the first level. It may take a while, especially for new players. It will take a while to beat the first level. That's just how it is. It took me a while as well. When you're done with Stereo Madness, go to the next level, back on track, and do this. It introduces you to jump pads. Poltergeist introduce you to jump rings. You like jump and then hit the thing. Cry out, you might get stuck here because it goes upside down, and then it's like, whoa, yeah, you're gonna need to get used to upside down, because later on it's gonna be everywhere. You're just gonna have to get used to upside down. This is probably gonna be like the first roadblock, but you're just gonna have to bear with it, I guess. Nothing else gets that introduced until Jumper, which introduced upside down flying, but nothing straight up new. Then you get the time machine where you go backwards. Cycles introduces a new game mode. The ball, I might as well show you. But this is what the ball is basically. You like tap once to switch gravity, and yeah, that's basically the gist. So it's supposed to get you used to like the ball, and then you see what I mean by like upside down. It's constant. So yeah, it's gonna get a lot of this stuff is gonna get pretty normal. Another roadblock people can run into is Clutterfunk, which is actually a lot harder than the previous levels you've been doing. It's the 11th level in the list, and it's not like Dry Out, it's not like Time Machine. This level in particular will be really a struggle, like the first big wall that you run into, but you gotta eventually break it. It introduces mini game mode, which, it's whatever, but there's a lot more inputs that you have to do, of course. And then as you can see here, this is like the first time you get into like a really tight flying section. It's like that's extremely tight, and then it gets crazy, Anyways, Clutterfunk is pretty hard, and You might feel like quitting, but I promise you, this level is 100% needed if you want to get better at the game. You can't just skip it. You can't just be like, oh, I'm not going to do this. No, you got to do this. Because really is a huge step, especially from X step. X step is pretty hard. Clutterfunk is something else. It's definitely not like any other level you've done. So if you're thinking about quitting, you can definitely take breaks, but don't just give up on it. Don't move on to the next one. You gotta do Clutterfunk because there's something else. There's something special. This level is special, and if you want to get better, this is a part of your journey. You're gonna have to eventually get over Clutterfunk. After Clutterfunk, after you finally beat that, Theory of Everything won't seem as bad, neither will Electroman Adventures. And then you get to the first demon in the game. I do think this is useful to do. This level was basically the first like big level besides Clutterfunk. It's like the first big one you get to. When I originally did it, I did skip this because there's another level that gets you ready. There's another level that's like a border demon. That's Electrodynamic, so I would probably skip Clubstep for now after Electroman Adventures, and then do Electrodynamics. I said do them in order originally, but Clubstep could be a little. It's like a massive jump, and I don't know if you're gonna be ready for that. It depends on the person. So I would do Electrodynamics and then Clubstep after that, because I think Electrodynamics gets you ready for like the difficulty. Electrodynamics, it has like a lot of speed changes, but this is still like border demon. I think this can get you ready for, yeah, Clubstep. Anyways, so yeah, as I was saying, do them all in order, like the first do like the first 13 and then skip Clubstep, do Electrodynamics, then go back to Clubstep. Clubstep is like the first real, like it's even harder than Clutterfunk. It's even harder. This is a level that does get you maybe a little better at ship and at the game overall, and it will improve your skill largely. You see, like this ship, it gets a lot harder. It's like a lot more tight spaces, a lot less room. It's gonna be pretty useful for like later on. And it does feel nice when you finally beat this. It took me, like, believe it or not, it took me 6 months. I had a slow start. Yeah, it took me 6 months to do this. This part's pretty hard. It's just gonna eventually. It's a lot of these levels that are extremely hard for no reason. It's gonna take time to do them. It may seem like you're gonna be like, I'll never do this. I can't do it. You can, no matter how long it takes. You can eventually do it. Because I thought the same thing. I thought I was never gonna do Clubstep, but I did, and it took like 8,000 attempts, and an extra 1,000 because I revisited it. But it still took thousands of attempts, and I eventually did do it. After that one, you can do Hexagon 4. You can continue going in order, because this introduces you to like multiple duels, like 2 at a time. Blast processing, do that, it gets you used to the wave, and then you get to your next demon, which is Theory of Everything 2. This level is, I would say, easier than Clubstep. You won't have as much of a hard time after you do Clubstep. It won't feel as bad after Clubstep. So this one it's not that bad. It's still a challenge, but it won't be as bad as Clubstep, I feel. At least for me. And then Geometrical Dominator, we get used to the robot. And then you get to Deadlocked, which I would say optional, because I would say Deadlocked is optional. You can do it if you want. Maybe if you get good enough at the game, you can maybe do it, but I wouldn't really, it's whatever. And then Finger Dash, it introduces you to the spider, obviously. And then that's all the main levels. Yep. So after you've done all the main levels, what's the next thing you do? After you've finally beaten all the Wild Type levels, you finally did that, all 3 demons, or the other 19 levels, or the other 18 levels, whatever. After you finally done that, click this button right here, this tool button. And then after that, you want to know what the first thing you do after you beat all the raw top levels. First thing you do is you start looking for easy demons. Don't look for extreme demons. Don't try and do kata. Don't think you can do anything, because then you get discouraged faster, you get fatigued faster, and then you have confidence issues. you want to start easy and simple because you want to take baby steps to gradually build up. You don't want to just go for the hardest levels ever after you just hit the Opto levels. Remember what I said. You want to start gradually increasing your skill, and you don't want to just take massive leaps. Sometimes it's successful, but usually it ends badly. Okay, anyway, one of the first ones I did is the Nightmare, but that's very generic. So one that I would recommend is probably one like Speed Racer, as there's a lot of speed changes, and it's by Zenthik Alpha, by the way. But yeah, Speed Racer gets used to like speed changes and whatnot. Or X, which is overall, it focuses on a lot of game modes. I recommend a bunch. I'll put some demons in the description that you guys can do as well, and you guys can check those out. First page of the easy demons. They're all fabulous levels. Alright, they're all amazing. I don't think any of them are really that bad. I liked Laser Room, X, Laser Room, the Nightmare. Do them all. They'll get you into the game. Something else I recommend is doing the daily levels, because not even just the daily levels, do some featured levels every so now and then, because or just do some levels in general. Do some easy. You don't gotta just do demons. You can do some regular levels, like some regular easy levels. You don't gotta just do demons, because regular levels can also introduce you to do different mechanics that haven't been used in Robotip levels. But I would recommend doing the daily level, maybe even the weekly if you're that badass. But I would stick to easier featured levels every now and then. Just check it out, like this one, Exploding System. We're gonna get to the point. Do easy demons. Here are a list of easy demons that I think you should do. I'll leave, well, I don't know, 10. But these will also be in the description. But these are a list of 10 easy demons you can start out with. Pretty easy demons that you can start out with. Alright? And after you're comfortable enough, maybe you can eventually move to medium demons. And I will put the difficulty like the easiest on the top, hardest on the bottom. I forgot to say that. The easiest on the top, hardest on the bottom. And eventually work your way up to medium demons. And some good ones are ones like VeritY. I really liked that one. And then Hell is a pretty good one too. Reanimation. Okay, another thing is you should do longer levels sometimes, because it gets you used to nerve control, and it gets you better at nerve control. It gets you used to longer levels, and a good example is stuff like Lonely Travel. It's not useful. Okay. You can do this. It's 6 minutes. It seems a little long, but when you're comfortable enough, you can eventually go for this one. It's a pretty long level, but it is really good for nerve control. Or you can do some other travel levels like Dem Travel, like this one. This one's a pretty good one too. And then I'll leave a list of medium demons that you can do as well right here on the list. So these ones are like right after the easy demons, after you just got into medium demons, and you're slowly improving up. Again, can't stress this enough. It's going to take time. You can't just get better in a week. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It's still gonna take time. You can't just expect to be a god at the game and get discouraged. Something that will get you discouraged is if you keep trying to make massive jumps. I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend taking baby steps. And if you feel confident enough, maybe take a little big jump. But I guess it's up to you guys. I wouldn't recommend it though. And then after medium demons, hard demons, you know, there's a lot of good hard demons. Some 9 circles levels. Future Funk, that's a good travel level. I haven't actually beaten that yet. I should. And then Forest Temple, this is a pretty good level. It has some awkward gameplay, but that's good for like later on. That's good for endurance. Speaking of awkward gameplay, I would say do some of the map packs. You don't have to do them all, but do some of the map packs and do some of the demon packs too, because it does get you used to stupid gameplay, and I think it builds endurance. And you can do the gauntlets if you want, because there might be some crappy levels in there too. Okay, so anyways, hard demons. What are some hard demons I recommend? Okay, I would recommend if you suck at a game mode, right? I would highly recommend doing a level that focuses on that game mode. Because if you see yourself struggling, like let's say with the ship, you're like, oh man, I suck at the ship. Do something that focuses on the ship, because the more you use that game mode, the better you'll get at it. That's just how it works. I'm sorry, that's just how it works. Example, if you suck at the ship, Dark Hell is pretty good for that. It's an easy demon now. It used to be a medium demon, but it's an easy demon now. But yeah, it's a good level for ship. Another level good for ship is Gold Temple, which also has this really hard ship section, and it can really get you probably really a lot more comfortable with the ship. And if you want to get better at the wave, for example, do something like a 9 circles level, like Problematic or something. I keep spelling it wrong. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Problematic. An easy demon. Don't try and jump to Sonic Wave. It's not gonna end well. That is a list demon. You don't wanna... I've said this before. Please stick to the baby steps, because you don't wanna... Like, if let's say you beat a hard demon like Fairy Dust or... Okay, if you wanna get... Let's say you beat Problematic, right? Don't jump, because I made this mistake a while ago. I would just do like, I did a massive jump from like Fractured Circles to Jawbreaker one time. It was insane. It didn't end too bad, but it still took me a while to do, and I didn't really know what I was doing. I did like from Fractured Circles, which is like a simple medium demon, to Jawbreaker, which is a pretty difficult hard demon. Well, actually, I think it's a pretty simple hard demon, but it was still a pretty big jump at the time because I was just like learning how to play. But, you know, do like a few easy demon 9 circles levels, and then if you think you're getting too good at the wave, then do like a few medium demons, and do a few hard demons like 9 circles, Jawbreaker, Fairy Dust, and then eventually maybe you could do something like Classic. I don't like this level, but you know, somewhat. I feel like by the time you get to hard demons, you'll know what to actually, you'll know how to work the game, and you'll know how to actually manage your difficulties, right? Another thing that can get you better at game modes is also doing some challenges. So like, let's say if you ran out the wave, you don't have to just do wave levels. You can do stuff like wave challenges as well. Like there's like a bunch of wave challenges you can do, and it can get you gradually better at wave, basically. Like this one's pretty tough, actually. Oh, I don't even know. This one's actually pretty tough. But yeah, you know, or if you're bad at ship, do a ship challenge, ball challenge. Any game mode that you think you're struggling with, just do it. Or maybe try and do some timing challenges. It can get you better at that specific thing that you've been struggling with, basically. So I do recommend challenges. I even do them every now and then. Yeah, I don't record myself, but I do them like at least once a month, I think. I don't know. I haven't done some challenges in a while, actually. I don't remember when the last time I did challenges was, but I do recommend doing challenges, as it also does get you better at the game. Even without doing demons, it does take a while, but challenges are also a way to get better at the game. So I'll put a list of hard demons on here that you guys should try. Like I said, the levels are from easiest to hardest. Easiest on the top, hardest on the bottom. They will gradually get harder. And this is my suggestions, and I'll leave them in the description as well, right? So I won't really recommend insane demons because I haven't really beaten that much, and I've only beaten one extreme demon. I can't really speak on that end, but I feel like you guys should, by the time you're already slaying hard demons, you should already know. I feel like you should know what to go for, right? Another thing, and I made this mistake once, right? I didn't point this out, but please do enough easy demons, but don't do too many easy demons. You don't want to just keep doing easy demon, easy demon, easy demon. You don't want to keep doing the same difficulty, because it's going to get you too far down in your comfort zone, and you're not going to want to go for harder levels. You're going to be like, oh, I'm so good at the game. You're not good at the game, because you keep doing easy levels, and you think you're good, but you're good at easy levels, but you're not good at hard levels, right? Do enough easy, do like 10 or 12 or something. After that, it's time for you to step up. And you wonder why you're like, oh, why don't I get better? It's because you don't do harder levels. You gotta do harder levels. You gotta challenge yourself. I didn't learn this for like half a year. I kept doing easier levels, and I didn't actually start doing harder levels till like December last year. You really gotta step up. You know, you really gotta start stepping up. If you don't challenge yourself, you're never gonna improve. That's literally how to improve. It is literally the only way. There's no other way than to just challenge yourself and do harder levels. So if you did like a hard level, let's say you did Forest Simple, do something like a lot harder. Like do, like, I don't know what another hard game. Let me see. Which ones have I beaten? Like if you've beaten Forest Simple, do something like, I don't know. I haven't beaten that many hard demons. Ultra Drivers, do that. That's harder than Forest Simple. And if you did Ultra Drivers, do Dance Massacre. That's a harder level. And then you should be getting into Insane Demons by now. You shouldn't be doing, like, you gotta learn to get out of your comfort zone, basically, is what I'm saying. You gotta just get out of your comfort zone. Because if you don't, you're gonna be like, yes, I can do all these easy levels. You're gonna be like, easy demon, easy demon, easy demon. And then you try to jump all the way up to, I did that once. I kept doing easy levels, and then I got like way up to Supersonic, and I'm like, I can't do this. Because I kept doing easy levels. And that was the problem. Because I was doing nothing but easy demon, medium demons. And I kept doing that for like 6 months. I kept doing it for 6 months. And then I tried to jump way up to an insane demon, and I was like, I can't do it. I got discouraged. Just always take baby steps, and always make sure you're gradually challenging yourself. Not too much. Like, obviously you don't want to do the nightmare and jump up to Crimson Clutter. That's not how it works. You want to, like, maybe if you do problematic, do fractured circles, do like, what's another good hard demon on Jawbreaker, I guess. It was a bit of a big jump, but maybe you'll be able to manage it. It depends. If not, then try 9 circles. But for the love of God, please take steps. You are not going to improve if you don't challenge yourself. Oh, but it takes a while. It's going to take a while because you're challenging yourself. It's gonna take a while. Your hardest level is not gonna take the same amount of time as all your other levels. It's still gonna take a while. Alright? It doesn't matter if you take thousands or hundreds of attempts. You gotta learn to get out of your comfort zone and do harder levels. Because you got all these demon grinders out here. Like, you got all these demon grinders, right? Like Smithy777, like, oh, he has 6,000 demons. Or, I'm not referring to him as a whole, but like, you got these demon grinders that only do easy demons. And they're like, I'm so good at the game. You're good at easy levels, but you're not good at the game. You can have like 10 demons and be good at, like, I'm pretty sure Space UK, which recently got exposed, by the way, he did like, his last hardest was like the golden before he started hacking, but I'm not gonna get into the hack situation right now. But he did like really hard levels, and he didn't even have that many demons beaten. But I still wouldn't recommend doing those big of jumps. The amount of demons you have does not make you the better player. That's just how it is. It makes you a grinder. It makes you good at grinding, but it doesn't make you a better player. It doesn't. What makes you a better player is doing harder levels. That's how it is, right? Anyways, now that I got that out the way, like I said, I would leave levels in the description for you guys to check out that you guys might want to do, or maybe see if you like them. If you don't like the level you're playing, by the way, I wouldn't say drop it, but if you're not really having fun, then it's probably the best thing to do. I have a problem with that. I had a lot of stubbornness back in the day, but it is okay to take breaks. I wouldn't really like work yourself to the death, because I used to do that back in the day, and it really is not worth it. It's not worth spending hours getting tired over, like, it's really not worth it. And I'm gonna leave my top demons list in the description. I'm gonna actually extend it. I'm gonna extend it soon, because it's been like the top 50 of my hardest levels, by the way. My hardest is Kata. But yeah, I wish you guys luck. You guys will eventually get there. You know, like, everybody starts somewhere. You know, top players, they weren't always good at the game. Everybody starts somewhere, and I really believe in you guys that you can eventually do it. It might take years, It depends. Everybody's different, but you know, it depends who has the right grip on the game, right? Also, if you want to get better at the game, okay, this is obvious, but you need to be actually opening the game, right? Like, you know, when you get on your phone, on your device, or whatever, you need to actually open the game, spend time with the game. Spend at least an hour a day. Not in one sitting, but like, it can be scattered out. But maybe in 32 minutes to an hour a day. It's slowly increasing your skill and your patience with the game or whatever. But I know you guys should be spending time with the game. Like, if you're not spending time with the game, then there's no other way to get, just no other way to get better. Like, I don't even know, like, if you're not playing the game, then you're not getting better. You're just not getting better, right? Obviously, you can't push a button to get better, but it does take a lot of time. It took a while for me to get good at the game. You know, it takes a different, you know, it might take different time for everybody, you know. One last thing before I end the video. We're gonna jump into gears topics. So I use a 144 hertz computer right now. I used to be on 6 hertz, but I switched to 144 like not that long ago. It was like several months ago. Like, it was earlier in the year. I did switch to 144. But if you think you're confident on 60, then go ahead. But getting a better monitor does increase your refresh rate and maybe might make it a bit simpler, especially for harder levels. Stuff like Cataclysm or Bloodbath, it does make a difference. But I'm not saying you have to, I'm saying you can. Because not everybody has money for a huge expensive monitor. I mean, mine wasn't that much. It's just a laptop. But I'm just saying for future reference, if you ever get enough money or whatever, or another thing you can do is use bypass. I used to use that on 6 hertz for 144 until I actually got a 144 PC. Bypass works, actually. It's only $5 for Mega Hack, but the thing is, it's only available on PC, so it is better for like straight flying or like frame inputs. But that's that. So whenever you are able to, I do recommend it. You don't have to, but I guess I could recommend it that you do get like a little bit of a better monitor. 240 is okay, but I stick with 144. 360 is just broken. And after you've spent enough time with the game, you'll eventually start to see your skill. It might be slowly, but it will be surely. Trust me. Trust me on that. So like I said, I'll leave a description to demons I recommend. It goes up to hard demon. I can't request insane or extreme demons. I haven't beaten enough. If there are insane demons that I do request, okay, all the insane demons I beat are bad. I'm not gonna request any. It's only gonna go up to hard demons. So, wish you all luck in getting better at the game. I really do. And I'm glad to make this video for you guys. I thought that it would be a pretty good video to make. So, yeah. Maybe you'll get up to my skill one day. And, you know, one last time, you gotta be willing to put time into the game. Like I said, Geometry Dash is a time game. It takes a lot of time. You can't just, it's not a normal game. It's a stressful game, mental game, and it really tests your patience and skill, basically, you know? Maybe you would have beaten Deadlocked by now, you know, when you get a lot better at the game. Anyways, I think that's pretty much everything that I have to cover in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If I missed anything, you can put it in the comments. I tried to cover everything I can. Maybe I'll do more tutorials in the future, like a tutorial on something, I don't know. I don't know what else I could do. Maybe a tutorial on how to like grind. I like grind sword. Maybe I'll do a part 2. Who knows? I mean, who knows? You guys can ask if you want like a part 2, like for like more advanced players, but I'm not even that. I haven't really been slaying extremes that much, but yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed once again. I'll see you guys in the next video. I do have a completion coming out. Well, no, I don't. I'm gonna try and get one out. I'm gonna try and do another completion of I'm gonna try. I haven't really been looking at demons. I have one that I think I want to try out. I have a few on my list. Like, there's a lot of levels I want to do, and like, for example, there's a few insanes I want to do. There's a few like mediums, hards. I want to do. Don't stop playing because you will get rusty and you'll just start to de-level. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And anyway, I guess I will see you guys in the completion or something. Anyways, see you guys. Bye.